friends, my name is Leti and I am here to talk about books. I love books. I've already recorded this a couple times and I don't have a lot of memory on my phone, so I gotta keep it under 10 minutes. And I have about 24 books that I'm going to be unhauling, and there's different reasons for those books. I may not be able to go over all of them, but if you have any questions about any of the books, feel free to leave a comment and I will get back to you. So the first one I'm going to be getting rid of is actually a manga, Tokyo Ghoul. I just have several other series that I would rather collect and read, such as Spy Family, Monster, and I Am a Cat Barista, which is right up there, Volume 1. And I have other series that I am interested in adding to my collection, so that one's going to go. The next book I'm going to be unhauling is The Girl on the Train. I actually listened to this audiobook. It was just okay. Not really my thing though. Just for reference, most of my books I get at little free libraries, thrift stores, library bookstores, Target, and Amazon. This one, I know everybody loves this book. I'm sure it's great. I just don't want to read it. So it's gotta go. Next book I'm unhauling is The Secret Life of Bees, and this one I got for like a couple bucks, so not a big deal. I can just either give it to a little free library or sell it. The next one, I've actually read all of the books in this series, and it was one of my favorites. However, I do not want to reread it. It's just a little too dark and traumatic for me. I don't want to experience that again, and that's The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And so I'm sure someone is going to love being able to find this. Next book I am going to be unhauling, No Country for Old Men. Sorry to glare. I did see the movie. It's quite gruesome. Saw this at a library bookstore for a couple bucks. Thought I'd pick it up. But I don't want to read it anymore. I'm just super picky about the violence that I consume. And so this one's not going to be it. Next book I'm unhauling, The Nature of Witches. This is a really beautiful cover. I like the idea of like elemental magic and witchy stuff. However, this is more about anthropogenic climate change, and I'm just not really into being lectured about that. So this is going to be passed along. Next book, losing books here. The next book I'm unhauling is The Spanish Daughter, a really beautiful cover. I'm just not interested in the story at all anymore, so that's gonna go. Next book unhauling, The Good Shepherd. I have not seen the movie, and I'm sure it's a great movie and story. However, I am not really that interested in war stories, even though I do like historical fiction. I don't really want to read about war, so that's gonna go. Next book, unhauling, The Guest List, and I did listen to the audiobook. There's a good audiobook here, free on YouTube, and I do have an audiobook playlist here on my channel. It's called the Bibliophile Files. So I will link that in description. So if you want to check out any audiobooks, you can, check out that playlist. I have hundreds on there, I believe. And that is one of them. I like her other book better, The Paris Apartment. So I'll be getting rid of this one and I'll just hang on to The Paris Apartment. Next book, Unhauling, Everything I Never Told You. This is objectively a good book, lots of people's favorites. It's just not really for me. It's a nice short book too, so, it's not like I'm mad that I read it. It's just I don't like it enough to keep it. The next book I'm going to be unhauling, this is probably going to be surprising for some people as this is highly praised and it even won a Nobel Prize. I listened to the audiobook, which it was a good audiobook. That one is also linked in my Bibliophile Files playlist, where all the audiobooks are, and that is The Remains of the Day. I almost said What Remains. I think that's another book. The Remains of the Day. And it's a nice short book too. So, wasn't mad that I read it, but I kept waiting for something to happen. And I kept thinking, oh, this is the thing that everyone's so crazy about this book for. And I kept waiting and waiting, and then it ended. Like, oh, so I think I might have missed something. I think I get what they were trying to do, but like I feel like I'm still missing something. So anyway, that's gonna go. Next book, I'm unhauling The Family Upstairs. I did read this last year for one of the several book clubs that I follow, and it was just okay, so it's gonna go. Next book, I'm unhauling 142 Ostriches. Really pretty cover. I love the colors. This I got at a Dollar Tree for like $1.25. Strictly a cover buy, but then it was set on like a farm, an ostrich farm, obviously. And I do enjoy those stories set on a farm or country setting or ranch or something like that. But I started to read it and I just couldn't get along with the writing, so that's gonna go. Next up, this little book here called Malice Domestic. Cute little teacup and teapot on there. I've had this for a while. It's just a collection of short stories having to do with like murder mysteries of the domestic sort, and I'm just not interested in that anymore at all. So that's gonna go. And then next up, so those are all the paperbacks and the one manga. Next up, I have hardcover. Now this one I just got recently at a library bookstore because I thought maybe I could get more money for it selling it, because I have absolutely no interest in reading it. I am not a romance girly. That's not my thing at all. So this one, The Bodyguard. So hopefully I can get more than $3 for selling this, because that's what I paid for it. The next hardcover I'm unhauling is The Night Watchman. And this is a highly praised author and book. However, it's just not really something that I'm interested in reading. So hopefully I can get good money for that. Next hardcover I'm unhauling, Karen Memory. And it's like a steampunk fantasy book. However, one of the main settings, if not the whole setting, is a brothel, and a lot of the ladies, or at least one of the characters or something like that, is like assaulted, and I'm just not into reading that, so that's going to be passed along. Next up, to Unhaul, The City of Fallen Angels. Now I do enjoy this author's other book, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. That's actually one of my favorites. I've read it a few times, and I've tried to read this one. Sorry, the glare. I've tried to read this one a few times, and each time I can't make it past like the first few pages. I just check out. It's just not interesting enough to me, which is sad because I'm sure it's a beautiful book, and I do appreciate when they include things on the inside cover here, like the map. So I think that's great. And of course, now they're starting to mow the lawn. Okay, almost done. Next up, to Unhaul, The Bone Setter's Daughter. That's a beautiful cover. And, a great author as well. However, I'm just not interested in reading it anymore. And this one, Enos of My Soul. I'm not even really sure why I got this one to begin with. I think I got it at a local library bookstore, so it was like a couple bucks. So hopefully I can get decent money for reselling it. Next up, we have The Madness of Crowds. So this one I thought would be interesting because of the setting. However, I started to look at the first page and it mentions things about a plague and the jabbies helping a certain V word, and I'm just not into reading anything about that, so that's gonna go. Okay, 2 more, so hopefully I can make it. The Four Winds. I just don't want to read something depressing about the Dust Bowl. And last one, I'm going to be unhauling The Thursday Murder Club because it was cute, but not cute enough where I didn't like it enough to collect the whole series, and I don't want to get all of them in hardcover. It's just, I don't want to do it. So I'm just going to unhaul it. All right, so those were the 24 books I am unhauling. I'm going to be selling them to a local bookstore. Eventually, I would like to get a Pango account so that way I can sell books on there to fellow book lovers. And before I head out, just want to give a quick shout out to my shirt, The Labyrinth. And this is one book I am not unhauling, and that is the novelization of The Labyrinth. So this I just found on Amazon, and I haven't read it yet. Looking forward to it, but it does have some cool things in the back, notes from making the movie, as well as concept art in the back there. So just wanted to mention that if anybody is interested in my shirt, if you were able to see it all during the video. Yeah, Labyrinth. Love this story. So this one definitely not unhauling. The other ones though, those can go. So I do have some other bookish video ideas. So hopefully as I can, I will be posting more of those. So thank you so much for watching, and I love to talk about books, and I look forward to talking with books about all of you. So thanks again for watching, and have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.